They say some things are better left unsaid. But what if silence is exactly what they want? For decades, we've been told that aliens are myths, hallucinations, or just science fiction fantasies, yet behind classified files, in remote deserts, and under layers of denial, there are people, military professionals, whose lives were turned upside down by something no one can explain. And it's not just what they saw, it's what they felt, what they became, and what they couldn't forget. This isn't about little green men. This is about a disturbing pattern. Soldiers vanishing, minds unraveling, technologies that shouldn't exist, all pointing to the same forbidden zone, Area 51.
What if contact already happened and no one told us? What if some paid the price just for knowing?
Imagine being trained for war, discipline, and strategic missions, only to have your whole worldview shattered in less than 10 seconds. That's exactly what happened to Sergeant Ramirez during a routine recon mission near the borders of the Nevada desert. You know what lies beyond those mountains, right? That forbidden patch of sand known as Area 51. Ramirez reported a silver blur cutting through the sky, silent, fast, and eerily smooth. He was with 3 other soldiers, but only he saw it. The others saw nothing. And here's the eerie part. Ramirez changed overnight. He started isolating himself, drawing strange symbols, and obsessing over star charts. When questioned by superiors, he just kept repeating, "They showed me something. I wasn't supposed to see it." He was soon discharged for mental instability. But that's not where it ends. He disappeared 2 months later. No calls, no messages, nothing. His family filed a report, but not even the FBI could track him down.
To this day, there's an online forum where a user named Stellar Echo 77 shares bizarre and highly detailed sketches of alien beings and aircraft layouts, all uncannily similar to old Area 51 blueprints. Many believe it's Ramirez, some say he's hiding from them. Others claim he was recruited by a secret program. And the question hangs in the air like a fog. What did he really see that night, and why was he the only one who saw it?
Captain Bradley had flown FIV-16s for over a decade. Precise, unshakable. A man molded by the skies. Until one specific morning exercise that wasn't supposed to be different from any other. Except this time his radar locked onto an object moving 40 times faster than any jet he'd seen. He tried to engage, but the system froze. Then for 7 seconds, the object hovered right beside his cockpit, as if watching him. He described it as a black triangle, smooth edges, no windows, and glowing from underneath. He said he felt something, not fear, but a kind of pressure in his mind, like thoughts that weren't his. When he landed, he was pale, silent. He submitted his resignation within 24 hours, walked off base, and vanished from public life. Years later, a documentary team tracked him down in Alaska, living completely off-grid. In the interview, which was never officially released but leaked online, he said, "They don't care about us, but they don't want us to get close either." The video ends with him whispering, "I saw one enter the mountain near Area 51. It dissolved into the rock. The footage was pulled in less than 48 hours. Why would someone with his rank risk everything over a hallucination? Or was it a message meant for him alone?" We always think of aliens as physical beings, tall, gray, strange. But what if the real contact wasn't visual at all? What if it came through data? That's what Corporal Medina believes. She worked in encrypted military comms and intercepted a signal during a sweep over restricted airspace near Area 51. It wasn't a language, not one we know, but it followed patterns, symmetry, logic, recursion, something only made intelligence would produce. Medina became obsessed. She filled entire notebooks, decoding what she called the harmonic wave, a pattern so complex it gave her migraines, but also dreams, dreams of structures not built by human hands, of deserts that open like mouths. When she shared her findings, she was told to destroy the data. 2 weeks later, she published a PDF anonymously on a deep web forum coded fragmented.
Some crypto analysts claim it's the blueprint of a propulsion system not of this earth. Others say it's music, intended to awaken something inside us. But here's the kicker, the last page had coordinates, right outside Area 51. And guess who disappeared from all social platforms just 3 days after that post? Yep, Medina, gone. Only one forum member claimed to meet her, said she had eyes that didn't blink like ours. We've talked about lights and ships. But what about beings, actual physical entities? The reconnaissance squad stationed near the Nevada test range reported something terrifying one night. Low visibility, heavy fog, one of their motion sensors went off. When they checked, they saw something moving upright, tall, with limbs that didn't match any known creature. Not a bear, not a man, not an animal. It stood still for 2 minutes, then seemed to stretch and vanish into the mist.
The official report labeled it a sensor malfunction, but the soldiers involved, all 5 of them, were transferred within 48 hours. One of them, years later, went public under a pseudonym. He said it didn't have a face. It was like a shadow with bones, he described. But it looked at us, I felt it in my stomach. He later had recurring nightmares. His wife said he would wake up screaming about a skin that wasn't skin. Rumors began surfacing in fringe circles about experimental entities developed or discovered near Area 51. Some theorists suggest these aren't aliens from another planet but from another dimension, creatures that slipped through during quantum tests. But here's the detail that haunts the squad said it knew they were there. It wasn't lost, it was watching them as if waiting. If you've ever fallen into a conspiracy rabbit hole, you've heard of the man known only as Mo. He worked in a low-level engineering position on a government project he believed was nuclear-related, but the components didn't match anything from this Earth. The material was light but stronger than steel. It pulsed when touched, and once it repaired itself when scratched. He asked his superior what it was. The answer, don't ask.
He started documenting everything, drawings, test results, even the strange behavior of senior staff. He noticed frequent black vans arriving at odd hours, people in suits who never talked, only observed. He became paranoid. Finally, he mailed a flash drive to 3 journalists. One tried to publish, but was sued for violating national security. The others vanished, literally, never heard from again.
Years later, a clip surfaced in a UFO documentary of speaking, face blurred. He claimed the tech wasn't just alien, it was alive, that it responds to emotion, and that the real reason the government hides it is because once we feel it, it opens a door to them, he whispered, and once you open it, you can't close it.
Guess where the lab was located? You already know, deep beneath Area 51.
And now I ask you, how many stories like these are buried, discredited, or silenced? What would you do if you saw something that shattered your beliefs in 7 seconds? Would you stay quiet or risk everything to tell the truth? The truth might be scarier than fiction, but it's out there just like them. Maybe you're not ready to accept it, or maybe deep down you always knew.
So, if these testimonies stirred something in you, if they opened your mind just a crack, don't let it close. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and stay with us as we keep unraveling what they never wanted you to know. Because this story, it's far from over.